Jonesboro, can you introduce your student athlete, please?
You bet. This is senior UIL.
All right, we'll open it up for questions.
It's the Legos.
If I apologize. Questions?
You've had an incredible year. I mean, nobody can tackle you all year long. And give it your best shot. What can you say about going out here and playing?
Just, I love being out there playing football, and I just want to give it one last shot. Just playing my heart out.
Coach, what did you think about the way your guys came out and really put up a tough fight there in the first half and went in and just trailed by 2 points?
I thought we executed our game plan really well there until the last possession there inside the 5, and we chewed up clock, and we were concerned about their speed, and that played out definitely in the first half, and we just wanted to have some kind of time of possession, and we did that, and we also knew we had to win the turnover battle, and we definitely didn't do that. But first half, it was dang near to the T.
What does that say about your kids, just the way they came out playing so strong after the way things went last year?
Yeah, this group has played a lot of games and a lot of playoff games, and they've been up, they've been down, and kind of all the difference up and down of playoff runs, and so I don't think the stage or the opponent was too much for these guys, and they came out confident and thought we played really well the first half.
Coach, what about the uncharacteristic turnovers? Where did they come from?
I don't know. That's one of those questions we may be asking ourselves for a while. It was, we were usually really good at taking care of the football, and today we just didn't, and definitely put us behind the 8 ball and let Borden County have some, get that lead out and kind of pull away there at the end.
What does 2018 look for the Eagles?
We're going to enjoy this one, and we'll get back to work probably as soon as we get back from the Christmas break and see where we're at.
Coach, how proud are you of what these kids have just been able to do this year, especially after trying to build on such a successful year as last year was?
Yeah, definitely. Extremely proud. These guys put in a lot of time, a lot of hard work, and it's a blessing to coach these guys. We ask a lot out of them, and they put out a lot for us.
Any final questions?
Yes. Why you got a chance now to play in 2 state championship games, which is really rare for any player. What are your thoughts on that?
We always work hard every day during practice, and we just execute what coach makes us do, and it just turns into wins to get us here.
So what's ahead for you?
Just trying to go to college, finish out my life.
Well, it's going to be an Aggie.
So.
Any final questions?
Thank you all very much.
I'll try to forgive you for that.
What a neat deal, what a neat experience. Anybody that says that 6-man doesn't belong playing in a venue this big, you gotta come watch. You gotta come be a part of it. The folks here are amazing. They take tremendous care of these young men. From everything in the dressing room to everything, that these kids get to enjoy. It's a once in a lifetime. I know that, it's 6-man. A lot of people will say, various things about it, but you guys watch tonight and you know what it's all about. It's all about blocking and tackling. It doesn't matter whether there's 6 or there's 11. It doesn't matter what venue you're in, but what a great place for these 2 to end a career. And, it's not a coming out party, but I got to be honest with you, we did a deal at the end of the year with my buddy Pete back there. And he didn't just prognosticate, he told the world, and we kind of gave him a hard time afterwards, but he did tell the world that this was going to happen today. And, boy, he showed off in the process, didn't he? But anyway, we thank you guys, thank everything. This is amazing. I see this on TV, and you wonder what it's really going to be like, and then, wow, it's kind of neat seeing everybody looking at us. And I know I need to shut up and you want to talk to kids, but thank y'all for what y'all do and for what y'all do for us. In the 6-man community. This was a fight that we wanted for many years. A lot of coaches have come and gone before me. They wanted to see us on the same plane, on the same stage, playing field as the 11-mans. And, who cares? Wednesday at 11 a.m., it's going to make for a great lunch. I know that. But we thank you guys for everything that you do for us.
Coach, what does it mean for you to be able to coach your son?
You wanted to get me to cry right off the bat, right? It's It's been a ride. I have 4 kids. You know, this is a cry fest for me anyway. This is the baby. My oldest son back there, I got to coach him, and he got to play in 2 of these himself. About to be a granddad. My oldest daughter's going to have a baby January 17th, and my youngest daughter's back there too. So it's special. Trace has been he's been a warrior for us all year. And one of the main reasons I wanted him in here is because he does a lot of work nobody ever sees. The dirty work, he's been unselfish from day one. He's told me, just like my oldest son told me, I got one thing I want to accomplish, Dad, and that's I want us to win a state title. It doesn't matter if I touch the ball, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're 2 drives in, and he's constantly telling me, don't change it. My oldest son, I can probably hear in my ear back there screaming at me, don't change what you're doing. Nick is wearing their tail out. You know, Ben's a great fullback saying, just follow me, Coach. Bring it here, and we've got a line that's unbelievable. So, you know, unselfishness is what this group's been about. But that's what I take away mostly about coaching my kids is it's not about them. It's never been about them, and it's ended that way. It wasn't about him today. It was about winning a state championship, and you know, it's just amazing to be a part of that.
This one's for the players. You guys kind of throughout the season went the approach of not talking and no mention of anything. I guess I'll start with Nick and go over. What was kind of the process? Was it a team decision? What made you guys go that route and say, we're just focus is the game?
We just didn't want to focus on individuals. We wanted to focus on the team instead of last year, as we focused on individuals, and we wanted it different this year.
Nick, tell me all about the touchdowns.
I can't really tell you about them. Couldn't do it without my blockers and the coaches and everything else.
But they, you know, 3 plays, 3 touchdowns, very long runs.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I can't do it without my blockers.
Coach, what does that say, you know, when you have a star player like that, have such a big game, and immediately just give the credit to his line?
It's what the year's been about. I mean, and to be honest, at the end of the day, that's what it was about last year as well, you know. But these guys took a stand. You know, things became a little bit different, you know, and they're in the locker room more than we are, and they know how things are, and they know how tough things can be. And they said day one, you know, the first time we had somebody come out, they were the ones that said, it's either all of us or none of us. And the first person that came, I said, hey, this is how it's going to be, if that's okay. And they said, sure. And then they went, we'd rather it not be any of us. And they stood firm on that. So it doesn't surprise me, because that's what this year's been about. It's not about, you know, Nick, what people don't know, Nick was a hidden commodity that we said all along, nobody's seen it. You know, he got hurt first play of the second game last year and missed the entire year. That's the lead leg on our state champion sprint relay. That's the lead leg on our runner-up sprint relay. You know, we knew he had the wheels, but he also understands being fast, one thing, but if there's not a hole, speed matters nothing. And these guys, quarterback, and Morgan rotated in at quarterback, fullback, you know, our center, Zane Allen, our guards, A.W. Nix, our end, Braxton Barnes. To me, it's the best line. I've been coaching for 20-some-odd years. You know, I played a few years as well. It's one of the best, if not the best lines I think we've ever had. You know, and I can talk about that because it's apples and apples right now. But you got to have guys that are willing to be unselfish and block, and you got to have somebody that can do the things that Nick did. And it doesn't surprise me. I mean, but when you asked the question, I could have told you what he was going to say, because that's how it's not an act. It's not an act at all. It's been who they've been all year long. It's how they were in basketball. That's why these guys, that's why there's a basketball right there. These 3 right here, they're ready to go practice today, because there's another goal, and that is to get back to San Antonio, because that's what got them there then, was the unselfishness. And so we knew we had something special. You know, you just don't want to say it out loud until now you're here. This is not a surprise. This is something we expected, and I hope that doesn't come across bad. I don't mean it in a cocky way. I just mean we expected graduating great 8 guys that this is what we had a chance to have.
Coach, what was different that led from a 2-point lead in the first half to shutting them out, really complete domination in the second?
Well, it goes back to what's been our strength and what's fueled us all year. You know, I've talked about how great the line is. If we can throw the ball, we can run the ball. We've done some amazing things on the offensive side. But what's fueled us all year has been the defensive side. You know, Ben's had 2 games just like this. He had a crazy game against Calvert. He had a crazy game against Sterling City. And he picked a great day to have a crazy game like he had again. But it's not the first time, so it's not something that we didn't expect. But the defense fuels us. And we talked about it. We shut our eyes. You know, as coaches, you try to do some things every now and again, and we told them how it was going to be. You know, I actually, did I say scoop and score? But he caught it in the air, and you know, I don't know the future, I know that, but sometimes you try to tell them what they're going to do, and these guys have believed in themselves all year, and that was simply it. They went and did what we've done all year, played great defense, that set up the offense to do the things that it did.
Hey, Coach, you know, you took that time out when they're at the 1 and they ended up fumbling. You know, do you want to take credit for that?
That was one of those deals, honestly. I felt like if they score, we need to have some time because we knew we got the ball to start the second half. You know, I told Coach Edwards, do what you want to do. Let's go all out. If we get a takeaway or a big play, so be it. If they score, we need to have time so we can try to answer, be up 2, go to the house with a 2-point lead, knowing we get the ball to start the second half. So their only credit there was I just simply needed that stinking clock to stop because their game plan was exactly like we thought it would be, and we told them if they can move the chains, they put touchdowns at the end of moving the chains, and that made them tough. Again, that's a credit to Coach Gallegos and that football team. You know, that's not coach talk. That's understanding what that team did to prepare for this ball game, and they did everything they were supposed to, and our kids just responded in the second half.
Ben, what did you tell your guys at halftime? It seems like they switched it on in the second half pretty quickly.
Honestly, just be you. You know, be who you've been. You know, and again, I guess if you want to be more specific, we said people have doubted you all year. You know, they doubted, you know, within our own little world. We were picked to beat Luke. We're going to lose 2 games. We're going to lose to Calvert, and we're going to lose to Happy. You know, that's how it's been. And these guys have been basketball players. They've been told, you're basketball players trying to play football. You can't play football. There's a chip on their shoulder. And we simply said, remember, they don't think you're in shape enough to win a second half with a 2-point lead. And really, it was just you be you. Y'all go do what y'all done all year long. And these kids were amazing, you know, across the board.
Ben, what did you guys do defensively to dominate what you did there in the second half?
We just followed Coach Edwards' game plan. He always has a great game plan for us. He always has us prepared for every game. Friday, you know, Saturday, Wednesday, doesn't matter.
After the big first half they had, were you motivated to come out and have a big second half there and kind of shut them down?
I think it kind of made us mad. I think we came out with a chip on our shoulder. We faced that adversity that we faced all year, and we looked at it in the eye, and I think we responded very well. Like
Ben, do you have a message, and Tristan, Nick, if you want to chip in, do you have a message for the doubters now, the people who told you that you were going to lose 2 games?
No. No, it's already been said. I think we've...
For the seniors on the team, what are your guys' favorite memories as playing for Borden County football?
Just getting to play with my dad being the coach, I mean, it's a privilege, and I'm just thankful for that.
You guys went to Hooters last year after the win.
You did go there.
That was one of my favorite things any one of your players has ever said, so where are you guys going now?
That was a bad decision. It was one of those deals that we were supposed to eat here, and it closed up on us, and at the last minute, that was all that was, I guess, was available. I found out right before I said it on live with Pete. Pete asked me, and I threw it right out there for everybody to see. But this is what we're going to do this year. We've got an agenda, baby. We put an agenda together for this year. We're actually going to enjoy the moment. We're going to go watch this great ball game in here. We've got, you know, friends that play on both sides, admire and respect everybody that's out there. Again, we want to promote this game just as much as everybody else does. And then they're going to snack a little bit. We've got amazing trainers that fix peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and we got gummy bears and chips and everything. Real snack, and we're gonna have a little Salt Creek. Salt Creek? Is that right? Salt Creek. No, it's not Twin. Salt Creek.
Any final questions?
Okay, Ben, you're a junior. You've been to 2 state championship games. You have a chance to go to 3 next year. What do you think?
Let's do it. I've done this twice now. I promised it on KCBD to Pete Christie. I'm not gonna make a promise, but if we work hard, I believe that we can do it.
Coach, throughout a season, you don't really, week to week, get to enjoy big wins. Now you have some time to enjoy it. How much do you let it kind of sink in? How long do you give yourself to kind of enjoy it until it's back to the drawing board again next season?
Well, I don't know if y'all can see this, but I have a basketball necklace. I was a basketball coach for 15 years, 14 of which in Borden County. I have the pleasure and the privilege of being Coach Edwards' assistant. We just kind of go back and forth. I mean, again, that's a small school life. So, won't worry about football. That's what, right there, it was an amazing journey to get to San Antonio, but the kids feel like, you know, we weren't really well. We had a couple kids sick. There's some unfinished business for them there. You know, one thing that I did tell the kids, last year was the most amazing year a school could have. You know, we won a state football title, we got state basketball, we won the sprint relay, got second in the 800 relay, state track meet, finished 4th overall, and got the state baseball tournament. I told these kids, I told my son, you know, some things we talk about at home, you can write a better chapter at the end of March than what's ever been done, and nobody thought there was a chance that you could do something even greater. First step accomplished. Now we go to that basketball, and I'm telling you, you think I'm joking. If we could find a gym that would let them go practice outside of the soreness, they would go get in a gym right now. I'm not one of those coaches that say, don't get in the gym. I know they're in the gym every recess shooting. You know, I want them to. That's how I grew up. You play whatever sport's going on. We're all in on basketball. We're going to enjoy this for a little bit, but we're all in, and we're going to try to make sure we get to San Antonio. And I'd love for Coach Edwards to be sitting here with some guys because we accomplished something in the basketball world as well.
So when you wake up tomorrow, it's on to the next basketball opponent?
It really, honestly, we're going to come back, we're going to watch a game. Someone want to go ice skating, so we're going to go ice skate on the way home, and then we're going to get home. And believe it or not, we're out of school. I cannot believe we went a whole semester playing football. I've told my wife, and she's going to get upset, but I'm hers. I'll do whatever you tell me. Wherever we need to go, we're going, because I get kind of focused and I lose sight of a lot of things. So I'm my family's right now. I'm my wife. She's going to tell me what to do. And then, what is it, 27th or 28th? 27th, we play in the Cap Rock tournament. We're going to play some 2As and 3As, and we're going to get it going on basketball without, I think maybe we'll get one practice and try to do the best we can on the basketball court. But that's our world. That's who we are. That's why it's so special to do what they did today, because, you know, it's just a special group. You know, it's amazing to be a part of it. Again, I know I'm talking way too much, but thank y'all so much for all y'all do for us.
Thank you. So we're going to wrap up here. Thank you guys. Congratulations on a great year.